This is Black Nerd Power. On the KUDZUKIAN.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, one and all to Black Nerd Power. BMP if you're nasty. I'm your host, Mr. Richard Douglas Jones, and with me, the co-hosts of Black Nerd Power, Mr. Marcus Seabury.
What's up, my nerd?
Oh, nerd to please, and Miss Kimber. What's happening, man?
Hey,
how's it going, guys?
You know, man, just this thing.
It's Rona life, man. This Rona life.
Yeah,
quarantined.
Even in Rona life, just it's still people out here managing to act a fucking fool. Like I don't even want to go running no more. Like, cause
I'm gonna be real with you. I kind of don't want you to go running no more. Like, I would rather you stay alive.
Yeah,
you know, like, it's crazy.
Like I said, I had my we're talking about the senseless murder of Ahmaud, Arbery, and by these fucking cowards. And I get it. And like, I went on my Facebook feed and I had friends like, man, I ride my bike. And then like my cousin Eugene, who's a long time listener to this show, he walks and he was like, he feels like people are more secure when he walks with his big husky dog than him by himself. And when he's running, people take off run from him, even though he's like wearing big headphones and lights on him to show, hey, I'm running.
Right. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I always have to make sure that what I'm wearing when I was running outside look like it is undeniable. You had to look at me and be like, oh, well, clearly that black man is running.
I'd like to give y'all a little information from the femme body side of the world, wherein we break it to you that it don't matter what the fuck you wear. If a motherfucker want to rape you or murder you, they gonna do it. So that right there, it really goes to show that like what you do, it does not matter what you do to prove your humanity or your worth or just show that you are not a threat to that person's life. There was a news article I read, and honestly, I've seen so many things, y'all, so I'm not going to share every little bitty detail that I read, but something that really hurt me was that I saw from the New York news that there weren't even robberies in the neighborhood. There hadn't even been robberies in the neighborhood. They legit just saw him and then chased him after they armed themselves specifically for the purpose of chasing him. And then after they couldn't find a good reason to chase him down, they set a trap for him. They parked their car and they stopped and they waited for him. And then they murdered him. And he could have been wearing anything.
Let's not glance over the fact that this wasn't just the father and son. As details are coming out, we see that video. The person that videoed all of this was with them. That's how he knew immediately where to find him, where to pull up, and where to stop. Because that person was with them. Common sense says that. Marcus, we've had too many of these conversations, man. We've had way. I think one of was Trayvon Martin, the first one.
No, I think that was after the start of our show. But
no, you're right. I believe Michael Brown was the first one.
Yeah, and my cousin, the Crawford fellow, he at the Walmart with the toy gun. He was around that time too, and it's just a lot. And like I said, this one hits home for me because there was a time when I lived in the suburbs and I was trying to walk for fitness, and like 3 different times, black cops stopped me. And in my mind, I was like, okay, the law of averages says that if I keep getting stopped by black cops, it won't end well for me. And that's when I joined the gym for the first time. I was like, okay, maybe I can walk around my neighborhood for help.
Yeah, jogging in my neighborhood has literally been the only thing that's been keeping me sane. And like now I have to find something else to not only exercise, but to kind of, keep the stir crazies away. Real talk. But like, so we add this to the list, Kimber. Like I posted the on my Facebook page. Like so here we go. I'm gonna start from the bottom. No, I'm gonna start from the top. We can't go jogging. Hashtag Ahmaud Arbery. We can't relax in the comfort of our own homes. Boatman John and
Tatiana Jefferson.
Right. We can't ask for help after being in a car wreck. Jonathan Farrell, Renisha McBride. We can't have a cell phone. Stefan Clark. We can't leave a party to get to safety. Jordan Edwards. We can't play loud music. Jordan Davis. We can't sell CDs. Alton Sterling. We can't sleep. Ayanna Jones. We can't walk from the corner fucking store. Mike Brown. We can't play cops and robbers. Tamir Rice. We can't go to church. The Charleston Nine. We can't buy no goddamn Skittles. Trayvon Martin. We can't hold a hairbrush while leaving a bachelor party. Sean Bell. We can't party on New Year's Eve. Oscar Grant. We can't get a normal traffic ticket. Sandra Bland. We can't lawfully carry a weapon. Philando Castile. We can't break down on a public road with car problems. Corey Jones. We can't shop at Walmart. We can't have John Crawford. We can't have a disabled vehicle. Terrence Crutcher. We can't read a book in our own car. Keith Scott. We can't be a 10-year-old walking with our grandfather. Clifford Glover. We can't decorate for a party. Claude Reese. We can't ask a cop questions. Randy Evans. We can't cash our check in peace. Yvonne Smallwood. We can't take out our wallet. Amadou Diallo. We can't run. Walter Scott. We can't breathe. Eric Gardner. We can't live. Freddie Gray. And I miss some. I know I miss some.
It's just a crazy, just sad amount. And you wonder when it's enough, but I mean, just straight up, they don't give a fuck about us, man. They do not value Black life.
Not in any real way. No, they love our culture.
Yeah. And you know, I've been seeing that on Facebook too. You know, I wish, you know, white people value Black life the way they do Black culture.
They'll miss it when it's gone. No, they won't. They'll just find another group to exploit.
Exactly. Exactly.
They're just like, okay, Black people are all gone. Who's next and darkest? Indian people. Perfect. Everybody, we're wearing saris now. We're doing it. Gwen Stefani had it right.
So I was getting ready to say they're already doing that.
Yeah, Gwen Stefani had it right.
Already got them lined up.
But yeah,
It's been heartbreaking. It's been entirely too much to take. And it's been like really infuriating how afraid I've had to be for the people that I love. It's really like, I mean, real talk, like people that I love, people that I care about, people that I just don't want to see die. You're listening to Black Nerd Power, and we are like housed on a network in our city run by a man who I see, a Black man. This network is run by a Black man who I see running around our shared white ass neighborhood all the time. And I was terrified, like, for him. I don't think about Larry on a daily basis. Now I do, because he running in this neighborhood, and next time I hear somebody shoot a staple gun or the people hammering wood tiles next door, I'll be worried if it's a gunshot and maybe that's my nigga lying on the ground. Because it could be that. It's crazy out here, man. I hate it here.
And then, like, some people were like suggesting possibly running with a gun, and it's just like that
doesn't make it better.
Shoot your dick out.
Right? Make it any better. You probably get killed even faster. Fucking quick draw McGraw.
And where you gonna hide the gun at? You running down the street with your gun bouncing in your pants. Everybody gonna see you. What's wrong with you?
The idea of running with a gun is just the dumbest shit ever. Like, you have to do the holster and make sure it sits in the holster right.
And also to have an open weapon, I think that's like an 8-hour exam.
No,
open carry is too easy.
I got a concealed carry permit. It ain't hard. You just
see concealed like an hour and a half.
Open is different. It still ain't hard enough.
I was about to say, in Tennessee, there's open carries there. Like, you can just have a gun on you. Like, we could be like the fucking OK Corral. And even with concealed carry, like, with concealed carry, you are allowed to have as many guns on you as you can carry. So I could have, one on each hip. I could have a couple of ankle guns. I could have one in a holster behind my back, like fucking Die Hard. I could have a shotgun on me. I could have AK-47 to the side with a bandolier of bullets. Going to Kroger.
Oh, okay. Well, because I saw a friend of mine on Facebook, and he does.
he said, "Oh, okay. Well,
he does. He does like gun classes, and he was like, "Here's the permit if you just want to have it concealed. This test was like an hour and a half." It's like, now the open one, this test is 8 hours, and I was like,
yeah, we live in the South, bro. They love them. They love guns, hate abortions. That's the thing about living in the South.
Oh my God, I'm like the total opposite.
Yeah,
yeah.
I can deal with guns. I understand their need. My whole thing for guns, I want a gun because of people with guns. Like that's
exactly.
the only reason.
And I want to protect myself and I want to be safe. I don't have a problem with guns for other people. I mean, I am a Southerner. I'm not. And also, I'm a Southerner, meaning that, like, I mean, at a certain point, it's things you got to accept about niggas, and that's trucks and guns. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, even niggas like y'all, trucks. Yeah. Guns, you know what I'm saying? Marcus's trucks, your guns.
I'm
and
not
both of y'all probably guns.
Right. I'm not a
man. I miss my red pickup truck. Shit.
Right. I'm not a huge truck person, but like you give me like something like souped up that I know that's gonna like handle the off road. I'm gonna drive that shit at least.
That's what I'm telling y'all. And
I just like being able to carry shit and not have to ask nobody.
And this is the nerds, right? So I respect that, and I know where I am, so I don't have a problem with guns. Also, too, like, I mean, I've had enough like squirrel and rabbit and deer to know that, like, and deer sausage to know that, like, guns are food. Oh, hey, Lincola, Odell Seaberry.
Yeah, shout out to my lovely wife.
So I get
in real life.
But I mean, guns are just not for the baby. I don't have time. I'm scared. They're like loud when you like hold it. Like I shot it and I was at the place and he told me how to hold it and I was still afraid it was gonna fly up out of my hands. Like I just can't, it's scary.
I'm not a big gun person, but I feel like Richard said, life is kind of pushing me toward it because I'm like, let me tell you about my first North Memphis New Year's. Oh my God.
I mean,
no,
don't put that on North Memphis.
Yeah.
Don't put that on North
because
Memphis.
The level of gunshots was higher than just in Midtown.
Okay, but if you want, so don't come at me like I'm not a real nigga. I live in Memphis. I live in Midtown now,
like,
my nigga.
One gun per household. That is
exactly. I was like,
y'all suck. Here go.
I was walking out of my slumber at midnight, just pow, 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 pow. I was like, "Oh my God, am I going to die?" Lord, why is this how it ends?
That's a legit fear. That's a legit fear. No, I just mean the physics of shooting straight up in the air. That's
yeah, like
that is, yeah.
I guess they don't think the bullets land anywhere. Like the bullets magically disappear. Like no, nigga.
I don't think that that's what it is. I think they know they come down and that it's more like a don't care. And hey,
let it ride.
Gotta let it ride. Also, I want to say that like I just feel safer in North Memphis than I do in Midtown. Like, period. I don't go outside over here in the dark because somebody's gonna call the police on me. You know what I'm saying? And then the police are going to run from around the corner and then shoot me. Or I'm going to get hit by a car as they fly down the goddamn street with a drive like with a like baby on board sign trying to get them some fucking Chick-fil-A. Like, it's dangerous over here. These people it is dangerous. I would rather be in North Memphis with a bunch of niggas that are overly policed and got too many weapons on their hands because that's what they dealing with over there. And at least look at me and see a half a person as opposed to these people who honestly think more of their dog than they think of me.
They do
Real-
love dogs. It's weird.
They love these
They
people
love
think more than
dogs.
dogs than
Weird.
anything.
What is that? What is that?
I love my
Like,
dog
you
too.
like-
Don't get me wrong. I just
get
know he's
that,
not a
but you like
person.
but they like dogs more than people. Like,
Yes, they do.
I mean, they socially fucked up and also privileged. I don't know. I don't care
guess.
about white people. In the face of strife, I choose black joy. I refuse to talk about white people anymore. And so, if we are moving the fuck on, then I want to talk about Jill Scott.
okay,
and
please.
Erica
Yeah,
Badu.
I missed it. I was doing a show last night, so yeah.
Oh, how
please.
unfortunate for you! It was so beautiful. First of all, Badu was late. But shut the fuck up. You're fine. Jill Scott played gospel music and spoken word poetry for us on albums until she got there, and it was lit. And then they started the set off with both of them playing their renditions of the Roots song that I can't remember.
You got me.
You got me. Thank you. They both did. You got me. Which at first people were like, we don't want you to do it. People, I'm sure, were like thinking like maybe they don't want to do it twice because Badu played it. And as Badu was queuing it up, Jill Scott was like, I'm going to play it right after you. Like she said it, right? That she was going to play it too. So Badu played hers and it was great. And then Jill Scott played her version, but they gave such beautiful narratives as they spoke and as they played their music. It was just the most soothing, wonderful DJ set that I have ever done online.
You ever see them do it together on the Dave Chappelle block party?
I don't watch Dave Chappelle anything. Y'all remember that, right? All I know is fuck your couch, nigga. That's all I know.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle block party. You should check it out.
Goodbye.
It's a good concert movie actually. Yes, it is. Kind of in the vein of like Watch Stacks and stuff like that. It's a really good concert movie. And then there the Roots is sort of the house band, and you got a couple of people that perform, and they do the Fugees reunite. It's crazy. And Jill and Erica both do sing the song "You Got Me" together, and it's really nice to hear them kind of play.
It was lit. I really enjoyed. I can imagine that particular performance was wonderful because their shared energy last night was wonderful. They're so different. They're as different as their music is. Like Badu is very much, you know what I'm saying, running these niggas, pimping this shit, going. You know what I'm saying? Doing your thing, whole take stuff. Yeah. Exactly. And Jill Scott is very much, take care of my man, cooking and cleaning, loving him. You know what I'm saying? But just like the vibes last night and how they complimented each other and riffed off each other and the space that they made for one another, women are wonderful, and the black woman is God. Like they really just did a beautiful job. I enjoyed it so much, and I'm really grateful that I got to experience it, and I got to like FaceTime and text with my friends while it was going on. So it was live,
Cool. Well, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with Black Nerd Power on the KUDZUKIAN Network.
R&R on Sports.
1968 Olympian Dr. John Carlos.
Oh man, it's an honor. They need to pick up their radio and tune you guys in.
There you go.
It's R&R on Sports. Keeping it real, right, and funky.
Mauricio Calvo, who happens to be the executive director of Latino Memphis. Welcome to Funky Politics, sir. How are you?
Great. Thank you. You're having as much trouble saying my name as I do saying KUDZUKIAN, so we're even.
Hey, look, I'm good on that.
Reasonable people understand that a country is more than its leader. I mean, I love my home country, but I think people in Memphis need to count their blessings.
Funky Politics on the KUDZUKIAN Network. Black Nerd Power.
And we're back. Black Nerd Power, KUDZUKIAN Network. A lot of RIPs this week, man. Wow.
Rona taking these niggas out. Y'all motherfuckers better wash your hands.
Some of them wasn't even just the Rona, but just celebrity deaths. But yes, of course, lots of people died from, like, we now as a country have 1/3 of the coronavirus cases around the world, and those are the ones we know about.
We love winning those kind of competitions.
Right. We are the fattest nation in the world and the nation with the most coronavirus cases. USA.
I'm okay with us being the fattest. Sorry.
No, I'm not. 'Cause I feel like
there was no judgment. Yeah.
well, here's why I'm not.
We got too much shit.
Because I feel like if somebody like invades America because we fat and slow, we're screwed.
I mean, we screwed anyway.
You say that, but we've got fucking drones. Like you can, like we can win wars without even moving.
That's what I liked about Barack, man. Barack was just such like a subtle warmonger. He was like, I'm finna send my drones. Yeah. I imagine him being like Cobra Commander, like attacked by a robot minion.
Exactly. So no, America's fine. I promise you. Yeah, we can win wars without moving from a chair, bruh. We're good.
That's some real American shit too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So RIPs. Marcus, you told me about this young man who succumbed to the Rona, Mr. Young Shooter.
Yeah, he was a protege of Nas and the rapper Nas and his brother Jungle, and I believe he also lived in Queensbridge, the largest housing project in the world.
Okay, I didn't know that was still open.
Yeah, QB still around.
Like I'm just surprised because they tore down Cabrini Green. You know what that one is?
Yeah, this is Chicago, right?
Did they really tear down Cabrini Green? When?
That's what I heard. Cabrini Green is
I'm gonna Google that.
Yeah, I was about to say, somebody, Kirk or somebody, please Google that. In the meantime, another person that died from the corona is Mr. Roy Horn. And for those of you that don't know who that is, he is Roy of Siegfried and Roy.
I never heard his last name.
Born Mr. Uwe Ludwig Roy.
Oh.
That was his real name.
Oh, wow.
I thought that was cool.
That's very, very Slavic.
I also never realized that they were a couple. Like when I was young, I was like, really? That's his buddy he does magic with.
Shit.
and other things.
Yeah, nigga, they make magic together. Don't you believe it?
Yeah, they do.
You better believe it.
Right. This is where the magic happens. Look at this. This is Manticore, our white tiger. Hello, Manticore. He's such a pretty kitty. Hello, kitty. Wait,
also,
is he the one that got
it wasn't
mauled?
the accent. It's not the accent.
Yes. Roy Horn is the one that got mauled by a tiger in 2003.
Right.
Yeah, it was hard for him. Also, he also was just kind of he was a person who would have been at serious risk for coronavirus, which is why we have to be very careful with socializing. We still should be maintaining social distance, still be washing our hands very carefully, because there are so many people who are very much susceptible. And Roy Horn, being that he had got towed by Manticore like that back in the early 2000s, Manticore towed him up, fucked him up, and he had a stroke.
Cabrini Green was demolished between 1995 and 2001. Jesus
Damn, Christ. So slowly but surely it took 20 years. God, that's the whitest shit.
Good
anyway.
Lord. I'm guessing that it took forever to kick people out, or they had squatters.
Yeah, they had to get the red line firmly established before they could move them out. You know what I mean?
They're like, we're moving them, but we got to put them somewhere. Where are we putting them?
Yeah, it's an issue. But so
hey,
he was
don't
like,
tell anybody, but this is still Section 8, and that's what happened.
And that's it. So he was like, he had a stroke. His mobility was low. He was just ill in general. So when he got coronavirus,
that was done.
Went on out. Poor thing. He did.
Andre Harrell, founder of Uptown Records and former president of Motown Records. Without Andre Harrell, there'd be no Bad Boy Records. We wouldn't know Biggie. We wouldn't know Craig Mack. We wouldn't know Faith. And like none of those, the way he's very,
more important. Do you know what else we would not have?
What?
Vanity Kane. Okay. Do you get a first aid kit on you? Is what I'm trying to ask.
Oh my goodness.
I respect it. Yo, real talk, man. Uptown Records was a large part of my high school soundtrack.
Right. There'd be no Dylan. No, Marcus, go ahead. Because yes, that first Mary J. Blige album was everybody's everything.
Right. I was a junior in high school when that came out, man, and I remember like Heavy D and the Boys and Guy and just all that. Then I remember like
you got that vibe.
Well, that's R. Kelly.
Yeah, that's not. That's vibe.
It's
that's
fine.
Guy. That's not Guy.
That's right. It's no.
Nah.
That's
Damn,
you got that vibe.
Okay, let me go. Since I sang an R. Kelly song, let me go on and make sure y'all know that R. Kelly is a motherfucking pedophile. Okay, so hide your baby daughter unless you want him to stick his dick in her. All right.
Yeah, that song in particular is a little problematic because at the end of it, he says, "quote
Aaliyah got the vibe." Damn, yeah. Why did I think that was Guy? I don't know, but I'm grateful that song came to me
because R. Kelly absolutely stole everything about himself from Aaron Hall. Absolutely.
Thank you, nigga.
Absolutely. That's why.
I'm glad we said that. And I'm glad that it came up so that we can remind you niggas that he's a pedophile.
But yes, rest in peace, Andre Harrell. Speaking of musical influences, rest in peace to the originator, the innovator.
Shut up. Come on.
Mr. Richard Wayne Pennyman, aka Little Richard, aka the originator. His funeral is gonna be fabulous, honey.
Baby. Do you understand me? Sequins gowns, beautiful gowns, darling. It's going to be but I don't know. We probably won't really get to see Little Richard off the way we want to.
They're gonna like zoom his funeral or something. They're gonna
social distance us.
Yeah, there's gonna be some kind of if niggas can get on Instagram just because, then they're gonna organize some shit for Little Richard. They definitely are.
Y'all, Little Richard, Tutti Frutti on Rudy. Okay, do you understand? Y'all don't understand. Tutti Frutti on Rudy was legit the best thing in the world when I was like 5. I just remember flinging my body with wild abandon around whatever room was playing, whatever den, because a nigga was always dancing as a little kid in the den on some carpet. And just going in, because when he used to hit that note, Tutti Frutti on Rudy, baby, I don't know what it was. Y'all, Little Richard means so much to me. I'm so sorry that he's gone, but I'm grateful for his legacy.
And this is the messed up part, because like anytime like an old famous black celebrity died, I would always be like, can somebody find Little Richard there? I just need to know if he all right.
Okay.
He's not all right.
He's fine now. He resting in the arms of Jesus because Little Richard had Jesus, baby. Little Richard was churchy, all right? And he went on up to heaven, and baby, God had unlimited pancake number 31. Do you understand? Unlimited pancake for the wrinkles. Yes.
31. Yes. For
wigs for the people. Wigs for the people.
Wigs for the people.
And a piano. Come on, Richard. Ooh.
Oh man, I'm sitting here looking at one of his biographies as you all sit here and listen to Black Nerd Power. He did a lot for integration. Apparently, he did a lot for integration here in this country. Just everybody just liked his music, and they were like, "Look, we just want to dance. We don't care who it is." And that's kind of how integration kind of got started. Apparently,
well, that was the thing about the race music.
Yeah.
The white people's kids started dancing to it and loving it, and they didn't give a damn that it was race music. And
something that I really think is important for us to bring up in general, but this is a really good time for it, is that a lot of Black artists shied away from integration work. Like, as many artists as we know were brave and pushed, and we know all of our ancestors did what they could, and what they did is worth our honoring because it's our past. But some of the artists were more vocal in their stands for integration than others. But Little Richard, I feel like, was able to be an even more vocal instrument in that arena because he already was living so bravely. We will not sit here and ignore the fact that Little Richard normalized what it meant to be a femme man, and you know what I'm saying, and be fucking fancy and fly and wear makeup and wear sequins and wear tight clothes and just be sexy and be flirtatious and fun and femme. And so much of what I think of when I think of the most beautiful and exciting parts of Black female flamboyance, Little Richard is intertwined in that.
Absolutely, with the makeup and the like you said, just the flash, the hair and all of it. Absolutely.
Little Richard walks so Billy Porter could run.
Billy Porter flying, baby, on a sparkling cloud. Do you understand? Shit, Billy Porter is getting ready to be like the fairy god person.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. In Cinderella.
And it's gonna be live.
It's gonna be great.
I say God person because I don't know. Billy Porter could play that character genderless. Billy Porter could play that character masked. He could play that role feminine.
Billy will probably call himself fairy godmother because Billy don't care.
I think it's turn.
Yeah. It'd definitely be something to see. So yes,
beautiful something to see. A beautiful
rest in peace, the originator, the inventor of rock and roll. Tech Talk. Tesla is getting back up and going, despite the fact that every other goddamn factory in the world is stricken with corona, especially the meat packing plants. But
apparently we ain't finna have no meat. Like soon it's just gonna be OV.
Yeah, pretty soon it's gonna be stock
beans. It is, niggas.
Stock up your freezers now. They're like pork and beef in particular about to be gone. Because there have been a couple of Tyson plants that coronavirus just ran through it. But
stop eating Tyson anyway.
And now with Tyson, there are people like they've been interviewing him on CNN. There's this one brother who was like, "Look, I can't fight Tyson and Trump. That's two billionaires." He's like, "I can't do nothing about that. I gotta go to work. I'm broke." Because that's what they're doing. I don't know if you all know that. Like people that are, in a lot of cases, people that are drawing unemployment, if their company is allowed to come back open, they're like, we don't care that you're scared to get the coronavirus.
Oh, absolutely. That's not even a fucking shocker. When your company opens back up, then you got to come back to work. And if you choose not to come back to work, then you made that choice as a private citizen, even if you're making that choice for your well-being. Also, fuck them in real life.
Indeed. In a real way.
In a serious way. There's a Mass Effect remaster. Forbes reported it. Were you getting there? I'm very sorry. You were bringing my fucking party down. I cannot.
You're good.
Every time you say Trump, if I had a dick, it would shrivel up. I wish I could grow a dick and measure that reaction. Yes. Because maybe that would register for you how painful it is.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Because Okay. Anyway, so yes, they're doing.
I have. Oh my God, that's the third time. So I'm gonna be real with y'all. Every time I make Richard not be able to say words back to me, I have to point it out. I don't always do it, but every time I make him unable to respond, I think of if I grew an inch. You know what I'm saying?
But yes, they are. They're re-releasing the Mass Effect trilogy. So everybody just wants to pretend like Andromeda wasn't a thing. So they're
nobody needs it. It wasn't real. There is no. What is it? There is no something in Ba Sing Se.
I don't know.
So that's from Avatar: The Last Airbender, and there is no plague or there is no something in Ba Sing Se. I'll remember later.
I was the name sound. Yeah, that's the capital of the Earth Kingdom, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, they're releasing it on all this generation's consoles just in time for the new shit to come out this holiday season. So yeah, think I may actually finally get a chance to play the Mass Effect trilogy. I'm looking forward to it.
I can't wait. I wonder what Jacob's waves are gonna look like in HD. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember he had the whole CC, he had the waves.
As long as it's not a turn-based RPG, I'm good to go.
It is not going to be turn-based. People would literally. They would build a headquarters to burn. Yeah. We'd invade Canada.
Yeah. No. I know as much as you rave about it. You and I feel the same way about turn-based RPGs. So yeah, no, I trust. Again, the fact that you seem as excited about this as I was about The Last of Us. So
I am so amped about it. Also, Richard, the fact that you've never played it is really a delight. Playing the Mass Effect trilogy for the first time is one of the single defining events of my nerddom. Like, okay. It's a beautiful engagement. Also, the gunplay and the mechanics in Mass Effect 3 are the funnest fucking shooting I've done in a game ever. Granted, I don't shoot a lot in games, but it was legit fun. I was running up in warehouses like da-da-da-da-da, like it was. I was like making the noises. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So it was that fun. I think you're gonna love it.
Okay, cool. Did you look into anything else behind what was going on with Naughty Dog at The Last of Us?
I've been avoiding. Remember, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because if these white boys spoil this shit for me, I'm a kid. Like it. Look, I'm struggling with white people already. I don't need no more temptation to just on-site my neighbors. Do you understand? I'm already avoiding them.
Yeah,
no, I get it.
We don't want you coming for Karen.
Yeah. Nah,
it came for me.
Again, from what I found out, like I really only found out one big spoiler, and the one big spoiler that I found out was I was just like, okay, that's fine. That's totally expected. But yeah, from everything I could find, it just seemed like they butthurt because Ellie's gay, but she been gay since the first game.
Ellie's imaginary. God. Right. You know what I mean?
The whole Bert and Ernie argument. It's like, well, they're not real, whatever they are.
It's not like she was your girlfriend. Like, here's what's real. There's literally nothing you could say that would justify, and I know that we know this together. Dear butthurt fanboys, there's nothing you could say that would justify you being angry about the fact that Ellie's gay. It only makes it more pathetic that she's not real. You know, like, grow up, guys. You wasn't gonna get that girl no way.
Facts. So yeah, but it's still on track. Last of Us Part 2 is still on track for June 13th. At which time, I don't know if we're gonna record that week. I don't know. I'm gonna try to play through as much of the game as I can, while still being a responsible adult. It's gonna be hard.
I think. I mean, what's real is, it ain't no school right now, so I'm probably gonna play through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm gonna make it through, so I'm really excited about it. I want us to be done on a similar timeline so that we can talk about it without being a struggle bus together. Absolutely. So we just gotta coordinate that.
Okay, just all right. I'm just Red Bull and coffee it. There we go.
There you go.
Get it done. All right. Good night. And as soon as put the kid to bed, just all right, here we go. Here we go.
I appreciate the sacrifices you make for us.
It's all good. It's all good. Anything for my art, I suppose. Let's take a break real quick. We'll be right back with some more Black Nerd Power.
This is Black Nerd Power.
Jazz, America's own original musical art form. When did it start? Who were and are some of the major players? How do you distinguish what kind of jazz you're listening to? We talk about the great and lesser-known artists, songs and tunes, the instruments, and the social impact jazz has had on world culture since its beginning at the start of the 20th century.
Riffin' on jazz on the KUDZUKIAN Network. KUDZUKIAN!
This is Black Nerd Power.
And we're back. Black Nerd Power, KUDZUKIAN Network. Mr. Seabury, what's going on with you, man? What's in the comic book corner this week?
I thought you'd never ask. Okay, well, first of all, I want to talk about Decorum. Decorum is a book written by Jonathan Hickman, drawn by Mike Huddleston.
Jonathan Hickman of X-Men fame, the relaunch of the X-Men that we went nuts for.
Yeah, that you went nuts for.
I went fine, whatever. Jonathan Hickman.
Yeah. Old non-fighting ass Jonathan Hickman.
By the way, it was me and like the rest of the world. Okay, like you're in the minority, but
and you know what the world can do? Kiss my black ass.
All
okay. Shoot. And once again, book starts off with a lot of Hickman bullshit because he too smart for his own damn good. But the meat of the book is basically there's a woman. She is a courier. Her name is Neha, and she has a family member that's been stricken with this plague, and she has to pay to keep them in the cryptopod and pay for them to get new organs and stuff and to come out the cryptopod one day. So she takes this courier job for 4 times the money. She gets there a minute late, and there's a woman who's representing some crime syndicate, and she's having a beef with, I guess, one of his vendors, you might say. So this woman signs for the package from Neha, and it comes out to be this bright red jewel thing, and she just slaughters everybody in the room. And we find out that her name is Imogen Smith Morley, and she's an assassin, but she's just a very dignified, genteel looking assassin. Hence the name of the book, Decorum. I like it. Then at the end, she looks at Neha and is like, so what are we going to do with you? I really hope Neha becomes like her apt pupil or something like that. Or, you know.
This sounds like fucking vibes, Marcus. Like, yes. I will be locating this book immediately.
Yeah. Like I said, Imogen seems really, really badass. And, you know, like I said, Hickman put a lot of background stuff in there, but the meat of it was dope. I tend to like Hickman better when he's doing his own stuff and he's free to, I guess, riff, do his experimental jazz. It's good. And, you know, to be fair, I've liked X-Men stuff after he got done with all the boring preamble.
You mean universe building?
I was gonna say that too. Like, if it's set in that kind of like period era, a lot of that storytelling and tone setting comes with that genre of work where you like kind of explain all the minutia that makes up the background of these people's lives, and then watch them interact with each other and that minutia.
I need fighting them in superhero comics.
I respect it, my guy. It can still, it's boring as shit. Don't get me wrong. As much as I love these books, you will not see me with a Jane Austen novel. The shit reads like sandpaper over your eyeballs. Like, it's a lot. It's boring.
But like I said, that just to be fair, like I said, this is Hickman's moment. I guess, you know, he's doing the big shot stuff for Marvel and X-Men, and then he's doing smaller stuff like Decorum. First issue was great. First issue ended on a major high note. I really want to see what happens. And my second title is Assassination. This is written by Kyle Starks, and it is drawn by Erica Henderson. We had this guy. He used to be the greatest hitman in the world, but he gave that up to take over a crime family. But there has been attempts on his life. So he assembles the top 20 assassins in the world to protect him. And he tries to get to the bottom of it. And, well, the top 20 assassins, plus a buddy of his who had retired from the spy game named Maxwell Bishop. And it's all kinds of twists and turns and deaths and double crosses. It is a very interesting book. And there's also a subplot where Maxwell Bishop is joined because he thinks one of the top 20 assassins murdered his husband. So that's an interesting subplot. And Maxwell Bishop, to me, has one of my favorite lines in the book when he says, "Let's take these motherfuckers to church." It's just a good, fun, action-packed bloodbath. It's like a
ultra-violence.
Yes, ultra-violence action movie on steroids. There's also a great character named Fuck Tarkington. Oh. He's just this like dude bro who just goes around smashing and punching mainly and killing. And there's the guy I think is kind of the the audience view person named Dave. Dave was kind of a G-Shucks guy. He's trying to get autographs with all the top killers, and a lot of them treating him like shit. It's just a really fun, interesting book. And like I said, I wasn't trying to have a theme this week, but I guess this week's theme is assassins.
Killer. Right.
What about you, Kimber? What you been up to? Because you be reading and shit.
Man, you know what I be doing, trying to get away from reality. This week's escape was a fairy tale retelling. Oh my God. I fucking love when people retell Beauty and the Beast. It's my favorite. I don't really like the original Beauty and the Beast, Brothers Grimm. The back in the day when we don't fuck with that. We know that's crazy and kind of scary. But I've always messed with Yellow Dress Belle and the Disney version, and I really do enjoy a good retelling. My favorite Beauty and the Beast retelling is, of course, reason I say of course because I've talked about it like twice, but it's called Entreat Me by Grace Draven, and that is the most beautifully written, well-wrought, interesting retelling of Beauty and the Beast that I've ever read. This week's Beauty and the Beast retelling that I enjoyed this week is called Beastly Curse by Celine Drake. She's a Black author, and I found her on the Woman of Color in Romance Instagram, which I have been looking at lately for book suggestions because I've been trying to branch out into more. Specifically, I want to find more Indigenous women and more Latinas who are writing or Latinx people who are writing romance novels that feature either like female heroines or femme characters. I'm open to those too. So yeah, I found Celine Drake on this, and I found Beastly Curse, and I really liked it. It was cute. It riffed on it a little bit. It's a very simple story, so I can't tell you a lot without spoiling it, but it's fucking Beauty and the Beast, y'all. It ain't confusing. I mean, unless you haven't seen Beauty and the Beast, then no shade. It's about a beast and a beauty falling in love. So yeah, I can't tell you a lot about it. Like I said, it's a super short book, but it is called Beastly Curse by Celine Drake. The other reading that I've been doing this week was some really unexpected essay reading that I ended up doing online. So I read these two essays this week that Key Essay recommended. The first essay that I read is called Fuck the Bread. The Bread is Over. And it was an essay that was released just this week in the Paris Review by a Black woman named Sabrina Ora Mark, who studies fairy tales and who's a teacher and has made like an academic study of fairy tales. And this essay was kind of about how she has marketed her academic dream of looking at society and looking at learning and thinking through the lens of the fairy tales that we idolize, and how she's kind of let go of that dream because academia doesn't appreciate her. And then the other essay that I read was by a woman named Kirsten West Savali, who was writing about like living during the coronavirus with her grief over having lost her husband, who she's grieving for 1 year now. So the reason both of these essays like really spoke to me was because they were talking about this deep loss and grief that they were experiencing, and how that grief was interacting with the grief that they were already dealing with the coronavirus, and how it just is a different kind of weight. And they're also talking about losses that they experienced way outside of the coronavirus and how it's impacting them now. So I don't know how I ended up reading both of them at the same time. I don't know why they both were even released at the same time, but I'm really grateful that they were. And instead of like escaping into another game or something like that, I really sat and reckoned with some pain that other Black women were dealing with during this time, which is a place where I found some empathy. You're listening to Black Nerd Power.
So any other, you had the Apple Arcade. Have you found any more jewels on there lately, or you just hadn't even been looking?
I haven't been playing. I'm telling you, every time I get ready to pick up my phone and play a game, I read a depressing essay.
Dang. Hey, Kimber, speaking of Beauty and the Beast, have you ever heard about the 90s TV show Beauty and the Beast?
No. Oh, the one with I remember it. What was her name?
Linda Hamilton.
Linda Hamilton, the lady.
And Ron Perlman is Vincent.
Yes, he was blonde. He was so ugly. I hated it. Because I remember looking at him and being like, he looked like a sick Mufasa. Like,
I mean, to be fair, Ron Perlman's got a weird face.
Yeah. And then they put that makeup on top of it and made it weird.
Yeah.
My mama loved that damn show. I bought her like all the seasons once they became available in the 2000s.
All right. Just one more thing that I wanted to do with this broadcast. We mentioned Ahmaud Arbery at the beginning of this broadcast, but we failed to mention the men that
the murderers.
Yeah, because they need to be shouted out and shamed, and father and son Gregory and Travis McMichael. Fuck you, seriously, fuck you. Like in all the possible physical ways, like seriously. I hope the Aryan Nation protects you, but not before the brothers get to you first. Seriously, fuck you.
And fuck the assholes that made it.
Yeah,
they made a page like, oh, let's get them free. Right. And they were God-fearing. Were they? Yeah. Were they that damn God-fearing?
Right. And fuck the friends that covered up for them.
Y'all, breaking news.
Oh, you mean that local police force? Yeah, fuck the police. Fuck 12, for real.
What?
Betty Wright died.
No, what? Oh my goodness. Well, I guess.
Is that breaking? Betty White?
No, right.
Betty Wright? Who's that?
Cleanup woman.
The cleanup woman. No more pain.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I watched her unsung.
Me too.
Yeah, the Tonight is the Night. That Betty Wright. Yeah.
I
know you're not going to think that.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, my wife just showed me that. Shout out to Lincola Odell Seaberry.
Thank you, Lincola Odell Seaberry.
Come on, the hat the government said 3 times. Ow.
Rest in peace to Miss Betty Wright.
Wow.
Well, guys, I think unfortunately on that somber note, we're gonna go ahead and end the show. Anybody got any plugs?
I'm trying to do shit. We'll see what happens.
Well, you can check out my open mic. I call it, at this point, I just kind of call it open mic or something like it, each and every Thursday live, 9 p.m. Central, on my Facebook page. I tried to do YouTube, but YouTube was not having it. So yeah, just live on my Facebook page. It's kind of like open mic comedy, but not really. It's really just me and my comic friends just sitting around, just talking shit. It's a lot of fun. Marcus, you've watched it, right?
I kind of scrolled through. I think I'm going to start watching it because, like I said, back when we were doing Black Nerd Power comedy hours, the aftermath was you and your comic friends just being so rude to each other, and it was so hilarious. And you were the most hilarious. But what would trip me out is like you would be chilling and they would just start attacking you, and I'd be like, don't y'all know who y'all fucking with? Like, okay.
They don't care.
This going to end well. I'm like, this ain't going to end good for y'all, but okay.
Yeah, no. In those situations, it's weird. There's some who like to just jab all night, and then there's, some people that'll just take just a big swat and be like, all right, go on, leave me alone. I'm a swatter.
Yes, you are, my friend. Yes, you are.
Just hit you hard just one good time. You don't want this smoke, little pimp. Anyway, but yeah, I think that's gonna do it for us this week, guys. So as always, thank you guys so much for listening. This has been Black Nerd Power on the KUDZUKIAN Network. On behalf of myself, the host, Mr. Richard Douglas Jones, and my co-host, Mr. Marcus Seaberry.
All right then.
And Miss Kimber.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll be back here. Same Black Nerd time, same Black Nerd channel. We out.
Black Nerd Power. Produced by Richard Douglas Jones and some outspoken introvert. Hosted by Richard Douglas Jones, Marcus Seaberry, and Miss Kimber. Music curation, some random dude and his friends and their cousin. What?
Say what again?
Recorded, produced, and distributed by KUDZUKIAN.
KUDZUKIAN.